Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Tarot Sarah. My name is Sarah, and this is going to be a collective timeless reading. So whenever this message finds you is when you were meant to hear it. So I received a channel message upon coming into this tarot reading that I want to share with you all. And what I'm getting from Spirit is you, the viewer at home, you're like coming into some type of like celebrity energy right now. You're meant to be seen in some capacity, whether it's on like a social media platform. This could be literal stardom as well, if some of you are desiring to be famous and to use your fame and your influence for good. But I am getting like main character energy right now coming into this reading. The other interesting aspect about celebrity energy, or like, I love music, and I really love the different kind of like eras that musicians can go through. And what I mean by that is they can play with their style. They could play with like a certain type of music. They can embody a different persona. And I thought that, you know, who better embodies that than the likes of David Bowie? I love like classic rock too. So I have a David Bowie inspired tarot deck today that we're going to be using for a Celtic cross spread. And the other channeled message that I'm getting before we continue on here, like, it's okay to be more than one thing, right? I'm getting for a lot of you coming into this reading that some of you are maybe afraid to like change it up, whether it's with your image or the way you have done business traditionally. Maybe you're afraid of combining two separate skills that you have, two separate strengths, and creating something new. Spirit wants me to tell you today, this is for a specific message for a specific person, but Spirit wants me to tell you it's okay to be more than one thing. It's okay to pivot at any given point in time. It's okay to adapt and to change your style based on this time or the era that you're in right now, which I'm getting an energy that needs to be seen at this moment. And again, for some of you, I understand stardom may not be appealing to you at all or call to you in any way, and I understand that, but it's also being the main character and the operant power, right? The cooperative component in our own lives, right? Who doesn't want to be in charge and at the helm in their own lives, right? So this reading is all about you. And speaking of, I want to see how you're showing up in this reading. So I'm very excited to work with these cards today. The illustrations on them are literally out of this world. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles here. I'm going to do my best to focus in so you can just take in all of this beautiful imagery here. I will have in the description like the title and the author for you to check out if you want to work with these, okay? So Four of Pentacles, yes, it's like I'm getting a card of this is a card of stability, being the number 4, but I did also pull this in the reverse position. What I'm getting for you right now at home, the viewer, coming into this reading, it's like your sense of stability is off in some way. Remember how I said that you can be more than one thing? It's like, yeah, it's like I'm getting like the facade, the mask is coming off with this card. This is not a traditional interpretation of the Four of Pentacles by any means, but look at the imagery on here. It's like you see, it's almost like these masks and these faces here above here in the background. It's like, yeah, it's like what no longer has the foundation to stand, right? We think of like the number 4, like 4 legs on a stool or a table or some type of like foundation. It's like you're coming into this realizing that I'm not really expressing my true authentic self. And again, it's like coming into this reading, I feel like a lot of you are needing to pivot in some way at this time. And again, this doesn't have to be literal stardom for you. It could just be like, I've been approaching my business or my work in this way, but I want to be seen in this way. I want to be seen as this type of employee, or I seek to rise up in leadership, right? In some way or capacity, shape or form. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting like the mask is coming off, this facade, this old you coming into this reading. I think you're realizing you're having to shed some type of old skin. I'd be really curious to see what other cards come up in this that reinforce that message, okay? But let's see what your crossing energy is at this time. So this can be what can help you. This can also be what can be an obstacle coming into this reading with your current energy. And we have the Wheel, which is supposed to represent the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, do you at this point in time kind of feel like you're at the mercy of the forces of fate, right? Do you feel like you're at the mercy of your external environment and what's going on around you right now? Remember what I said, it's like main character energy, like large and in charge energy. It's like, are you calling the shots in your life right now? Could this also be why you're aspiring to a more visible role, a role of leadership at this time, right? An analogy I really love when I get the Wheel of Fortune is that, you know, right, it's like it's a wheel, right? There's going to be high points, somewhere in between, and low points, right? But if we remain fixed at the center, right? If we're always at the center of the wheel and we're grounding ourselves, right? We're nourishing ourselves, we're seeking out spiritual sustenance, things that keep us here anchored in the present moment. It really doesn't matter what's going on in our external world. We're always going to remain tethered to who we are and to our own authenticity. When I see this card as well, the face, it almost looks like the monkey god Hanuman to me. I'm also a yoga instructor, so I use a lot of yoga analogies here on the channel. But he is the god that embodies bhakti. It's like the yoga of love, it's devotion, it's service, it is loyalty. I feel like if you're always conducting yourself with those good intentions, right, the ones I just mentioned, service to others, using your influence to benefit the collective in some way. Choosing, like, I feel like your motivation's the person I'm reading for right now in this particular instance. It's like you're somebody who has good intentions, good motivations for as why you're seeking the limelight at this time, why you're seeking the spotlight at the specific point in time. So let's go ahead and take a look though at what your present energy is coming into this reading. What has more or less influenced this present energy and this crossing energy at this time? I'd be really curious to know. All right, so we have the Prince of Cups here. Wow, you guys, just the imagery on this card, it's like, let's see if you can see that there. I'm trying my best to focus in here so you all can see just all of this artwork. It's just so like psychedelic. It's so out of this world. It's like what I see here in the background, I see like a feather quill. All right, sorry friends for that technical interruption. My memory card was full, and ironically enough, we are in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, so sorry for the technological difficulty. But going forward, where did I leave off? We were talking about the Prince of Cups, right? So as I was mentioning before, we see the quill, we see what looks like a letter, and this cup of knowledge, and this all-seeing eye here in this illustration. It's like, I'm getting, for some of you, are you like a singer-songwriter of some sort? Are you receiving downloads and insight and inspiration from spirit at this time? Are you really connecting with your art at the specific moment to usher in something new, something that hasn't been seen, witnessed, or heard yet in the collective? And you see here, it almost looks like from these rocks up above, it's like, it almost looks like the hand of God, like the finger of God, and this like electrical pulse is going into that individual. It's like, I feel like with this, it says Prince of Cups, but I'm getting page energy. I think it's supposed to represent pages. It's like you're being initiated into a new form of art, or like you're receiving insight and downloads and inspiration from spirit at this time. So I think that this is the current or more recent energy that is influencing this reading at this time. It's like you're receiving something new and fresh that just hasn't been seen yet, and you're really eager to share this with the world at large. So coming up in the conscious mind, what's going on at the forefront? What are your thoughts about this reading? Yeah, we have the Five of Cups here. So this can often be I'm getting like, in the past, maybe you have received previous insights or inspiration, and maybe it didn't go anywhere, or maybe it didn't go like viral. You know, maybe you had high hopes, high expectations for a previous project, and usually in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there are 3 cards that have been, yeah, and you can kind of see that here. 3 cards that have been spilt, but if that person would just take the time to turn around, they would see that there are 2 cups full behind them. Now, I'm not a religious person by any means. I did grow up in a religious environment, but something that always struck me was the meaning of the word repent. Now, I always thought it was something kind of weird, like you're kind of like asking, you know, the universe to forgive you for something, or you're kind of like, it's like this guilty repentance kind of feeling. You get what I mean if you kind of grew up in like somewhat of that environment. But repent, what its like early definition means, it just simply means to turn, to make a 180. And I think that's so beautiful. That's something that has still stuck with me all this time, all these years. And what I get off of this card, the Five of Cups, is just repent. Like, just, babe, turn around and you'll see behind you that there are two bigger and better cups behind you that are full and fresh with insight, and again, that inspiration that we see from the Prince of Cups. Again, whenever I see the Five of Cups in a reading, I just think immediately of that word, to turn, right? Repent. It's a 180. I think you're doing a 180 right now in your life. You're literally pivoting, just like I said at the beginning of the reading. It's like you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to be a different person, right? You're allowed to turn over a new leaf at this time. So that's definitely the energy I'm getting here, coming up at the forefront of your thoughts at this given moment. But let's go beyond the surface here. Let's look at the foundation of this reading. What's going on beneath the surface? What's going on down below here? So let's see. What is at the foundation? Yeah, it's like the Three of Swords. And as you all know, this is a card, this could be a card of heartbreak. It's like, I'm almost feeling like at the end of all this, remember that disappointment, that despondency, that it's like I almost see the viewer at home. It's like you're almost breaking your own heart at this time by not making this transformation. It's like you see this man and he's looking down at the ground, and it's like all the paint buckets are full, there's spray cans beside him, but there's no art on the walls. And then it looks like we have like an Egyptian god here in the background with the question mark. It's like, do you feel lost at this time? Like, I'm almost getting off of this message, do you not really know what it is that you want? Or are you afraid to declare what you want because you're afraid you're not going to get it, right? Like you're going to experience that disappointment that we had mentioned in the Five of Cups. It's like I'm getting off of this. It's like someone breaking their own heart again. It's like you're not committing to the path. You're not committing to your art. You're not committing to your vision at this time. And it's like I see this deity in the background. It's like this almost God-like light and quality within you that wants to be fully seen and expressed and out in the world. We also see the illustrations of those masks again. Remember, we were talking about that like facade. No more of that, right? We need to take off that mask. We need to show up authentically. We need to show up as our true selves and show off our art to the world. Right? I think you're being asked to give it one more go. I feel like you're being asked to create again, to get excited again, right? Don't let these past events prevent you from experiencing a brighter future right now. And I feel like what I'm getting right now intuitively, this is going to be a part of your story. Like I see you being like interviewed one day, and the interviewer asking you like, how did you do it? Or did you ever have setbacks? Or did you ever think this wasn't going to work? And you're going to be able to talk about your backstory, right? And how you overcame. Yeah, I'm liking this interpretation of the cards here going forward. So given all of this information that I've given you, given this channeled message, if we decide to not work with this energy, what could we expect here? What is like a likely outcome, right? Because like I said at the beginning, you are the operant power. You are the one who's in charge here. You are the one calling the shots. So astrology and tarot, these are simply just energies, right? They're just guideposts. They're just little subtle energies that you can work with, but ultimately at the end of the day, you have to decide what you want to do with this information, okay? I can't make that decision for you, and the cards can't either, but let's see. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we have the Prince of Swords here. What I'm getting off of this card, I've seen in some interpretations, it's like, yes, it's a card of curiosity. It's a card of swiftness and mental energy, right? Swords being the ruler of air and communication. It's like, I've heard an interpretation of this card saying that the page is kind of like always looking over his back all the time, like always looking behind him, always worried about his next step or who's over his shoulder. It's like I'm almost getting like an anxious energy off of this card a little bit. Like maybe it's like also that passion project just always in the background, like that what if, like that nagging thought, like what if I had just acted on this? What if I had just given it a try? You know what I mean? Even if I failed at it, at least I could have said I did it. At least I could have said I went for it. It's like I feel like I'm not getting like a person, but it's almost like a nagging thought, a nagging energy. It's like, what if I had just committed to it? And it's like, yeah, you almost see this like phantom looking creature or figure, I should say, in the background. It's like, that could have been me had I just given it a go, is what I'm getting off of this card here. You don't want to live your life with any type of regret, is what I'm getting with this one. You don't always want to be looking over your shoulder or, you know, going back into the past, into the subconscious mind and just going like, you know, what if I had just given it a try? What if I had just given it a fair shot? Okay? But this is kind of the heart of our spread right now, but now we're going to move on here into the staff region of the cross. So this card here that I'm about to select is going to represent your thoughts coming into this reading. So what is your take? What is your interpretation at home? Because remember, this reading is all about you. You are the celebrity today. All right, so we have here the Five of Wands in the reverse position. It's like, I'm getting off of this, it's like you're tired of fighting. I feel like you're getting tired of fighting this creative urge, right? What we just said, by that being always kind of in the background of your mind, this like nagging feeling. Man, these illustrations are just wild. There's just so much going on here. It's like, yeah, it's like these five people here are engaged in some type of battle, some type of combat, and it's like I'm almost getting like an internal turmoil, right? Should I act on this? Should I not? What will people think? What will people think if I tell them and then I fail? It's like I'm almost getting like this is like an internal fight, not a physical one, or like some type of altercation with an individual. I'm almost getting like this is like maybe all these wands. I know wands represent more fire, not so much the element of air, but it's like, yeah, I'm almost getting like this internal battle within you. It's like all these different possibilities that could happen, that you're thinking of what could go wrong at this given point in time. I'm almost getting like, going back to what I said about finding that spiritual sustenance, going back to the Prince of Cups, right? Receiving those downloads, how can we nurture that more, right? How can we let that voice be louder than our doubts? Like I'm getting off of this one too. It's like, have you seen those, it's like a meme, it's like don't feed, it's like a sign that says don't feed the bears, but it says don't feed the fears. It's like, yeah, like let's not feed the fears right now in our lives at this time. That's definitely the intention and I feel like the energy that you're coming into this reading with at this time, some of your thoughts at the moment. But let's also see what's going on in your external environment at this given point in time. What do we need to know? Yeah, Queen of Swords here. Wow, she almost looks like the High Priestess as she's represented in here. It's like, again, there's so much on this, my friends. I'm gonna hold it up for you to see. I don't know, to me she looks just like the High Priestess, just looking so regal, so spiritual. It's like there's like a text behind her that looks like sacred knowledge, sacred wisdom. You can almost see like this face, but it looks like the shape of a moth. It's like, yeah, it's like, I feel like you're undergoing changes in your external environment right now that are requiring you to fall back on the knowledge that you know, the wisdom you possess, right? That sacred knowledge, that internal flame, that magic that's within you, right? Queen of Swords too, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you'll notice she's holding one sword in her hand and she has one hand extended outward. It almost looks like she has like a little tassel bracelet on her wrist. I don't know if you know this, but what that represents is she's cut her restraints off, and that's what's like remaining of the rope that was binding her. It's like I see somebody in your external environment right now, you're setting yourself free from something. You're setting yourself free from something that was weighing you down, that was heavy, applying again your own inner knowing to the situation. Right? Remember how we said we no longer want to be at the mercy of fate with the Wheel card? It's like, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of turmoil happening right now, perhaps in your external environment, as you're striving to be seen and in the limelight. And it's like, I'm almost also getting like your external environment is not reflecting back to you how you feel about yourself. Like, you know you're destined for more, you know you're destined to be seen, but the external environment hasn't quite caught up yet. I'm getting a little bit of a lag time energy with this card, but it's like, you know your inner light, you know your truth, you know, it's like, again, it's like your own magic at this time is what's guiding you with it. That's what's getting you through this turmoil, and you're setting yourself free from any type of restriction at this time. So that's what I'm getting off the external environment, but let's move on to the card of hopes and fears. Ten of Pentacles, it's like, yes, it's like we want that stability. We want to experience and leave a lasting legacy, right? Not just for ourselves, but how can we benefit others, right? You see the Pentacles here in the background, and it's like you see the family there in the foreground. It's like, by sharing your gift, by stepping into the limelight, into leadership, by, again, just commanding the energies in your life, it's like you're laying down the foundations for a lasting legacy. Some of you, I can see, like you want a partner, or you want to have a home. Maybe you desire to have children. Maybe you desire to share this influence with others in some way and to make a better life for the people that you love. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that's beautiful. It's like, yeah, how can I not only bring this influence and this abundance and this magneticism, right, and this manifestation into my own life, but how can I share this with generations to come? I feel like that is your underlying hope for the future. It's like, how can not only this benefit me, but how can this represent other people, the people I care about? And let's take a look here. So what, given all of this energy, what is the most probable, the most likely outcome given this entire message? I love this. It's almost reminding me of Day of the Dead a little bit, and I'm going to show you that right here, the Death card, and I pulled it in the reverse. This is a new cycle. I would be very reassured if I were you upon receiving this card. I think a lot of people, when they see the Tower or the Death card or any type of card that indicates a major transformation, they tend to freak out. I am always reassured when I get those transformation cards, because that signals to me that the slate is being wiped clean at this time. I feel like an old you, an old energetic you is just, yeah, it's dying, it's fading away, or rather, perhaps it's being recycled or composted into something new, into a new persona. Remember what I said, you're allowed to be more than one thing. You're allowed to let go of things. You're also allowed to combine your strengths, right? And to make something entirely new and pave an entirely new path. So like I said, friends, going into the future, I would be reassured. I would feel reassured if I were you. This is a turning of a new leaf. It's a new cycle. I think of the number 10, angel number 10. I don't know if that has any special significance for any of you at home, but yeah, it's the closing out of a cycle and the ushering in of a new one. So based on this reading, I would definitely feel reassured. Get ready. Get ready to step into the limelight. Get ready to receive these downloads. Get ready to step up. You're being asked to step up at this time. Right? And I do want to conclude this message though with an oracle card. I'm just going to select a random one here from the Pure Magic Oracle. And I have selected number 17, mantra, medicine, command, song, incantation, containment. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys that. Such beautiful imagery. I love the illustrations on these cards. So when we combine the numbers 1 and 7 together, we get the number 8, which is an angel number of abundance. Remember what I said about leaving a lasting legacy of wealth, of influence, right? And it's just going to have such a positive impact. I think sometimes when we hear those words, we think we have to do something like shady or underhanded or kind of sell out in order to inherit those things. Not so. I think you're going to show other people there's a new different type of celebrity coming through. There's a new way to do things. There's a new way to wield power and strength and fame and influence. And I can't wait to hear about what you're going to do. And so like this card was saying here, mantra, medicine, command, it's like, yeah, it's time to take charge. It's time to step up. Incantation, spoken word might be important or resonate to some of you right now. Poetry or affirmations at this time. You know, seeing yourself as this new individual, claiming it, right? And you could claim it in the comments. Share with me an affirmation. Share with all of us, a collective here. And again, I would be really curious to hear what is going on in your life right now. I would be really curious to know. So leave me a comment and let me know if this message has resonated with you in any way. I can't wait to see you out there. This is all I have for you right now, friends. I have enjoyed giving you this message. I hope you have enjoyed it as well. And I will see you all in the next reading. Bye for now.